Salutations, Utopians. Hope all is well this Monday. I was watching ESPN, Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Michael Wilbon, Bob Meyers on the set, and they announced that Julius Randle, oh, and how could I forget Adrian Wojnarowski, and they announced that Julius Randle sprained his shoulder. What was originally thought to be a couple months is now going to be a couple weeks, hopefully. It's a big time blow, make no mistake about it. 24-9 is off the books. That's got to be accounted for. And the New York Knicks do not have great quality depth at power forward. Also, they lost potential Defensive Player of the Year candidate and Mitchell Robinson until around playoff time at the earliest. So the front line is definitely taking some damage. Precious Anunoby, who's also been acquired in the OG Anunoby trade from the Toronto Raptors that involved RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, looks to probably fill that role in the interim. The Knicks did try to apply for a disabled salary exemption for $7.8 million. The league denied it because they believe Mitchell Robinson could return before the end of the year, but a lot now rests on the shoulders of Jericho Sims and Precious. They did waive Taj Gibson a while back. He did give them some quality minutes. I remember most notably against the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis, in which they got a win. So they might go knocking at his door again, or give Jacob Toppin, brother of Obi Toppin, a call up. With that being said, I think it's very interesting. There was a sense of doom you could see on the set, but ironically, I think there's some benefit to this injury, though it's sad and unfortunate. That's kind of this way of life. One's tragedy is another's advantage. Kind of a animalistic society in that way. Hate to say it, but the big thing is the Knicks have been relatively successful, only losing like 4 games since acquiring OG Anunoby and from the Toronto Raptors. And we know Jalen Brunson is this generation's version, like Shaq said, of like Allen Iverson. He's going to get his no matter who he's going against. But in the big picture of this entire dynamic, I think this is the best thing for both sides for the standpoint. OG has been a Klay Thompson 3-and-D kind of guy, complementary mindset. And fortunately, it's worked out for them. They've done extremely well. He's registered some of the best plus minuses in the history of the game in the window that he's been here, been there in New York. But with that being said, one tricky part about this is when I think big picture, I think the Knicks can definitely get Philadelphia. I definitely think they can get Milwaukee. I know people were calling me crazy, but now it's becoming more and more clear what I was seeing. With that being said, however, we've seen they can handle Cleveland already, beat them 4-1 last year. But when you talk about who's the ace in the East, that would be the Boston Celtics. And I still think Jalen Brunson will get his no matter what, but they do have a really gifted defender, two-way player in Drew Holiday, generational talent. And he's going to make Jalen earn his. And so on the other end, you need someone to apply pressure to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown when they're going to get theirs inevitably, one or the other. I think they kind of offset each other. And I definitely, with that being said, still think the Knicks can beat Boston, as crazy as that sounds, can beat the Celtics, for the simple fact that I think there's more underneath, behind that curtain, than we know about. You know, their new coach who replaced Ime Udoka, I don't necessarily know from a leadership standpoint if they got the coach they need. And also, I don't trust the fact that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown already offset each other, and then they acquire Kristaps Porzingis, who quite frankly has moved himself into the second place role. So that doesn't leave a lot of touches for Jaylen Brown, because Kristaps Porzingis, the Celtics are best when he's their second option. So with the Knicks, you can offset one or the other because they cancel each other out, because it's going to be the battle it's going to be whoever between them two and then Porzingis. So you need, long story short, you need OG Anunoby to have his Donovan Mitchell cap on more than you do him being Klay Thompson in that situation. He has to be more than a spot up guy when you start playing in the playoffs. He needs to have that attitude. He needs to have that confidence. And these extra reps that are now available in the offense is going to do wonders for him in the big picture, for him to figure out where his spots are and hopefully develop some type of cohesion reminiscent of what Jalen Brunson had with Luka in Dallas. Because it's going to be important crunch time that you get perimeter scoring by the bunches. The Knicks have a lot of solid, even kill guys, Hart, Grimes, but you need someone who can get two players to get north of 20 to offset and combat that duo in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. You have to win the perimeter battle if you're the Knicks, and it can't come from him standing in a corner or waiting for the ball to come to him and getting 15 while playing a bunch of great defense. They need him to get over 20. So he needs these added reps to find himself and then reintegrate, because sometimes it can be a little tricky since Randle has been tenured. He was there before Brown, Jalen Brunson, and he was there before obviously OG. So, now they get on a run and you integrate Randle, even though he has seniority. It just makes it a lot smoother for them in the big picture and just has strengthened their chances to win a championship or at least make it to the finals, have a finals appearance, get over that proverbial hump, since they have not been there since 99. All right, Utopians, I would like to keep it short and sweet with y'all. Hope all is well. All the best. Cheers.